What's up guys, TheTechPerson here. Today in this video, we are going to answer the question, is the iPhone SE worth buying in 2019? Originally introduced in March 2016, the iPhone SE was a response to people's want of a smaller iPhone, but with iPhone 6s specs. With Apple recently announcing that iOS 13 will be compatible with the iPhone SE, it's interesting to see whether it's worth purchasing. Let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the display. This has a 4-inch display with 326 pixels per inch. It gets plenty bright and looks perfectly fine. It has the same exact PPI as the iPhone XR, which is the latest iPhone. The only thing that many people may not like about the display is the size, but in my opinion, that's the reason why someone should or could be interested in this phone, besides the attractive price point. The iPhone SE is extremely portable and light, and I really like that. I also like the appearance of Raise to Wake. So overall, the display is great with great viewing angles. The performance is absolutely amazing on the iPhone SE. It has an A9 chip paired with 2GB of RAM, and it is absolutely incredible. Apps open very quickly, things happen instantly, and I don't really find myself waiting. The A9 chip was really advanced for its time, and that's definitely showing now. It's not really too different from the latest iPhones. Maybe each app opens 2 to 3 seconds slower. Overall, performance is great. Speaking of performance, the iPhone SE is currently on the latest software, which is iOS 12. iOS 12 has greatly improved performance on the iPhone SE, and the SE is also receiving the iOS 13 update later this year. iOS 13 is adding tons of features to the iPhone SE, without degrading the performance. For example, the iOS 13 update will even add haptic touch, which means it will add 3D touch-like gestures to the iPhone SE. This is great and truly impressive. It's also adding Memoji stickers to the iPhone SE, which means you can create your own Memojis on the iPhone SE. This was only previously available on the iPhone X series devices. Paired with tons of other features such as a dark mode, the iPhone SE will feel like a brand new device in just a few months. The software is really great on this device. The battery life is also great. The standby time is great since I was uploading to Google Drive, it was paired to an Apple Watch, and it wasn't charging for around 8 hours. It still managed to go down only 12%, which I find great. The older iPhone 5s would go down over 40% without even uploading to Google Drive. So the battery was also very impressive on the iPhone SE. The camera is the exact same from the iPhone 6s and iPad Pro 9.7-inch, which is the 12-megapixel rear eyesight camera with a dual LED flash. I find that this camera takes great photos in good lighting, with great focus, but it does struggle in very dark, low light conditions. The front camera is the same from the iPhone 5s and iPod Touch 7th generation, which is the 1.2 megapixel camera with a built-in screen flash. I find this one disappointing, since at the time the iPhone 6s existed, which has the 5 megapixel front camera. The rear camera can however record 4K video with 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames per second, and slow-mo at either 720p at 240 frames per second, or 1080p at 120 frames per second. The back camera is great since it can also record 4K, but it's sad that the front camera is only 1.2 megapixels. The design is identical to the iPhone 5s and similar to the iPhone 5. Though old, it still looks great and in my opinion one of the best iPhone designs. I really like the flat edges which look really similar to the 2018 iPad Pros. The two glass inserts at the top and bottom look great, and while the front does have fat bezels, so does the iPhone 7 and iPhone 8, which Apple still sells, so we can't really expect a bezel-less design at around $100. Overall, the design is great. Some other things about this phone is that it has Apple Pay, and it has first-gen Touch ID, and not second-gen even though it was in the iPhone 6s at the time. But first-gen is still plenty fast, so I can't complain. The presence of Apple Pay is also great. So overall, I would highly recommend this product. Not only is it great and speedy on iOS 12, but iOS 13 will improve the speed and add tons of modern features such as 3D touch-like features and Memoji. Paired with great performance, battery life, a good camera with 4K, and a portable and nice design at only around $100, I think this is an amazing phone to purchase. It will probably receive iOS 14, so you are safe and it's still a great and speedy phone. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TheTechPerson, and check out our website and merch. All the links for these will be in the description. For now, I'm the tech person, and I'll see you in the next episode.